Hey guys, Evan O'Rourke here, back with another live stream. Sorry for the booming light. Let me lower that for you. And my apologies for being 10 minutes late. I had a late dinner, as always, and as combined with many other issues as to why I'm always late to streams. But before, sup, Lear and Daniel? Who am I? I am this guy. He's been on YouTube for around 6 years, and I don't really have a life. That's a good preview. That's a very good preview. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna make sure that this is the correct. Wait a second. Oh God, I am stupid. That is not the title. Godzilla versus Reverse. It's just Godzilla Reverse. Sorry, I'm very stupid. There we go. There we go. All right. Let me just make sure this is all set. I have a dog. Oh, that's right. Yeah, see, because I saw that on Instagram and I was like, you know, he never had a dog, and I'm like, okay, now that explains it. Now that explains it. Now that explains it. Okay, so what kind of dog is it? He, she? Give me all the details. Please tell me that the dog is smart enough to realize that 89 is better than 2003, because that is the obvious truth. Well, let me go back over to the stream. Let me see. Okay, so the news is that Godzilla Reverse is coming tomorrow. It is coming tomorrow, my guys. It is going to be an absolutely, hopefully, very good fan film. And we're going to be talking about this all stream. I hate to say this, I'm not going to really get into the details because, unfortunately, not just the details. I'm also not going to really I'm not going to be talking much outside the fan film. This stream is really solely based off of the fan film, which is coming tomorrow, and it is going to be really one of my greatest honors to show it to you guys, because I've been working on it really since September. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 6 months, right? And it's gonna be coming tomorrow around 12. See, her name is Ray. She's a and she's smart enough to know that 2003 is better than 89. Well, unfortunately, I have to say she's not so smart, if that's really her view. Hey, I gotta be honest with you. Let me see. Let me see here. When did you get her? Let me see. Like over the week or something? Let me see here. Ooh, so let's see here. Because I'm not. Let me see. But anyways, we're gonna be talking about the fan film. So before I get into the details, allow me. And by the way, because the stream started late, yes, that means it might end a little bit earlier. We'll have to see, but in the meantime, let me just check on something. All right, give me 1 minute here. The 14th. Oh, okay, that was a Valentine's Day. I see. Was it like specifically meant for Valentine's Day or not? Oh boy, there's a chance I might sneeze. So just get ready for that. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Oh damn it, that's right. This charger is not. Because I don't know if you guys. Well, of course you guys don't know. I haven't announced it, but unfortunately, over the week, I'm just doing my thing, plugging in my charger, doing everything normal for my iPad. Everything's great. Then all of a sudden, I look very closely at the percentage bar in the top right corner, and I see no lightning bolt with a green fill-in of the battery. And I'm like, oh God, no, don't tell me. Don't tell me. And so that's right, the USB cord does not work, so my mom lended me her spare USB cord, but it is so short. I literally cannot reach from the outlet to this. I'm going to try and last as long as I can without using the charger, but If it gets past like 10% or 5%, then I'm just gonna have to mute myself and give me a few minutes to get a longer USB cord in the family, because I know there's a few lingering around the house, but they're not exactly mine, so I have to just check. Joe Goji and My Turtle. Holy no way. And Evan O'Rourke. No, I'm not gonna say that out loud. Evan, how? I forgot it was Valentine's Day when I got her. Oh, I see. So I guess it wasn't really intentional, or maybe it was. You just didn't realize it, right? I'm so sad now. But then again, you are. So is it your first dog, or have you had dogs in the past? I mean, it's unfortunate that I always wanted a dog or a cat, but I've never been given the opportunity because apartments and apartment complexes are not very kind to dogs, I must say. Evan, no! Why, what? What's the matter? Wait a second. Speaking of which, where was that? Give me a minute. Hang on a minute. This is I figured out how to use it, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let me head back to the stream. So yeah, the fan film Godzilla Reverse is coming tomorrow. I expect it to come out at around noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow. And it is going to be the 6th installment of my Heisei series. And this is easily exciting for me. I mean, I've really started the Heisei series since March of 2019. Or I guess started working on it since really the first few days of 2019. I've had 2 dogs in the past. Nice. So you got another one. You got to add another one to the list there. But so yeah, I got, back in. Let me scroll through here. We had Godzilla Godzilla Attack of Virus, which came out in March of 2019. That was the movie where I just cut everything short and decided, you know what, no more iMovie, no nothing. After that was, again, this is remind you the movie right after Stendy 2. I'm gonna get in there. This is gonna probably stir up a Stendy 2 conversation, but I'm gonna get in there on Hit Film, do everything I can. So you got that. That was my first film of the Heisei series. You got Godzilla: The New Civilization, Godzilla vs. Iris, Godzilla Unstable, most recently Godzilla: The New Leader, and now tomorrow, February 20th, 2021, Godzilla Reverse, with many more fan films to come. Some Godzilla related, some not. You might be surprised by that, I know, but I have actually other plans. Besides Godzilla films for the future. Not many, maybe 2 or 3, but there are indeed other ones. And the 2 dogs gone. Oh, I mean R.I.P. But I didn't mean it like that. I meant not physically. I just you know what I mean. Check, another check to the list of dogs that you had. I guess past tense included. But sorry to hear that. I didn't intend to bring a sad reflection upon you or anything. I didn't mean it like that. But anyways. So yeah, my dog is also smart enough to know that she... No. The more I hear, the more I can see your dog is, using her knowledge in all the wrong areas. She's gotta, cheer for all the right areas, demanding for better films, not for horrible films to come back. But anyways, so yeah, this is the 6th installment of my Heisei series. I'm so happy to release it tomorrow at noon. I'm hoping it gets a lot of good attention, maybe more or just as much attention as the last fan film, which is always the main strive for these films. You want to make them get more attention than the last because it's all about building up, and moving forward and stacking each fan film higher than the other. And of course that wasn't the case because looking back on it, I'm torn if my last fan film, Godzilla: The New Leader, was better or worse than Godzilla Unstable, which was the film before that. So there's moments where I know not everything can be better every single time. There's moments where it might, degrade and all that. But I really hope this film does succeed. And like I said, I've said this for a while now. This film is a sequel and is in the storyline of my Godzilla Heisei series. But it I just blank out sometimes in the middle of these streams, I'm telling you. But it is a different kind of sequel. It's a sequel, but it's a unique kind of sequel. You'll see what I mean. It's not like the casual sequel between Godzilla Unstable to Godzilla: The New Leader or Godzilla: The New Civilization to Godzilla vs. Iris. It's different. But it is going to carry on the storyline, like I said, just in a different way, and you'll see what I mean tomorrow when it comes out. I have a dinosaur. Well, I think you mean a toy, but if you don't mean that, then what kind of dinosaur, of course? Not dead, we gave them. Oh, okay, that's good. They're gonna, I don't know if you felt how giving them away, but it's good that they're, they're not, they haven't passed away or anything. But Let me check here. Wow, I'm still. But yeah, so it's coming tomorrow, and it's gonna be. Hopefully, you guys will like it. Hopefully, you guys will find it interesting. And I really do think it'll. I hope it'll succeed, and I think in some areas it will succeed. I'm sure. I always notice. I'm telling you, I always notice when I do these live streams and before the film comes out. Let me tell you, for those who have not made a fan film, probably there's a few exceptions in this stream when I mention that, but for those who have not made a fan film, let me just tell you. Before you release it, you look it over. Before you release it, you look it over and you think, you know what? This can't possibly be bad. You think this is great, you think this is good, and you release it, you hear the criticism, you rewatch it after you've been given the criticism, and you're like, wow, there are so many mistakes I didn't realize. This always happens. What's up, Alex? Welcome to the stream. But this always happens, where you get sidetracked, you think you're doing great, and then the next day, when it's out, you realize the mistakes. It's funny. I mean, you can tell a big mistake when you see one, but these mistakes that are big enough to not be seen from, I guess, your point of view, are then seen right after the time from which you've been given the criticism after. So it's I'm expecting to see that, and I also noticed that Well, another thing again, blanking out again, sorry for that. But, you also notice that when it comes to the fan film, there's always this one big issue. It's not like, it's interesting. It could, like, what I mean by this one big issue, take, for example, how the big issue for Ultraman Extinction was the sound effects. No, not the sound effects. Was it the sound effects? It was the... what's up, Robo? Welcome. This is not the sound effects. I don't know. It was audio. I think it was just audio in general, music, audio, all that kind of stuff. That was Ultraman Extinction's major problem. Then you fast forward to Godzilla Unstable. Godzilla Unstable's major problem was lighting. And by the way, I figured this out by looking at the complaints mentioned in the comment section. Then you look after that. You look past that. And you have Godzilla the New Leader. The big issue for that was, once again, audio. I noticed that I'm actually not very good when it comes to audio. I guess sound effect-wise I've been getting better, but I'm sure, I think... No, it was the voice acting for Ultraman Extinction. I'm getting confused between the two. Voice acting is a major... it's pretty much... It has to do with audio, but it's its own issue and thing to look into in my mind. But that was the major issue with Ultraman Extinction. Voice acting. So with this, it could be audio again. It could be something different. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Where Berkey, he is gone. Like I said, he left after Thanksgiving before I could eat him. I'm just kidding. He did leave. I don't know where he's at, though. He might be back in time for November. I have two dragon figures, I'm imagining, right? I hope you don't have two live dragons. Voyage to Monster Island. Oh God. The only positive aspect from that movie is the memes, like Evan Kong and all that. But those were good times. That was like, what? I think it was like March 2018, April 2018. Those were good times. Those were fun times. I remember you hated that movie, Goji fan. That's why you bring it up, probably. You hated it. I mean, looking back on it, it was bad. Every movie you look back on, it was bad. But at the time, I remember thinking that this was successful, and then seeing your one comment where you're like, okay, don't get mad at me, but this was trash. You didn't say it was trash, but I just remember it was like a 4 out of 10 or something, which is understandable, you know what I mean? You always have that one movie that's like, when everything else is good and all that, so I get it. But of course, looking back on it, it is generally bad. Just not, everything's gonna lead down that path. I could make like a stop motion battle and release it tomorrow, and then fast forward 2 years later, I look back on that and I'm like, oh my God, that's so cringe. You know what I mean? It happens with everybody. So looking back on it, it was pretty bad. Her name is Ciara. She's a dragon. Oh, I see. That's a pretty good name. It's a pretty good name. But it's Conk. Yes, it is true. It is Conk. Kong. But sorry about that. So I'm expecting to see a big issue with Godzilla Reverse. It could be audio, could be effects, could be voice acting again, could be lighting, sets, who knows? It could be... I can already see one flaw with this film. Oh, really? Shoot away. I think I know what you're going to say, actually. I can predict it. But I'm going to let you say it first. And while you're saying it or typing it, allow me to continue. So, again, Okay, Sly Dog. Okay. Hang on a minute. Give me 1 minute. Alright, give me a minute here. No, the 84 bootleg. 84 bootleg is it's pretty good. It's a bootleg, which everyone, when they hear bootleg, everybody just yeah, a second. Give me a second. But the point is that you know, overall, I can't really I can't really judge when it comes to much of this stuff. I think bootleg 84 is pretty good. I really do think it's pretty good. All right, oh, I see. Crested Gecko. I don't know much about this kind of stuff, so sorry if I'm just surprised all the time, Joe Goji. But but no. Cancel him. No, I'm not gonna cancel him. Him and I disagree on a lot of things, but we come out clean and make sure everything's good and all that stuff. But hey, look, from the other point of view, what's also important to realize is that this 84 bootleg, you might think it's the main god. Again, I cannot really explain this to you, but there are numerous occasions where this is going to be a different kind of fan film, but that's why I can't exactly say anything, you know? But look, we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, so unfortunately the stream does not look like it's doing so well. So I plan on ending it in around 3 minutes or so. I know it is very shocking for me to end the stream this early, but you know, I've had this kind of prime rule for a while that, you know, when it's less than 4 people and the stream isn't doing so well, then I plan on ending a little bit earlier. But I'm still going to be talking about the movie until then. I guess we can stay on for another 2 minutes and a half. You're doing an maze. But anyways, as I was saying with Godzilla Reverse, I know it's going to have its flaws. I know it's going to have its criticisms. I know it's going to have moments where the people who like it, and I respect those people, and I know the people who dislike it, and I'm going to be respecting of those people as well. But don't be afraid to give criticism. Be sure to give pros and cons. Not pros so I can flatter myself. People miss the fact that when people ask for pros, they don't want to do it to pat themselves on the back. You need to know the pros just as well as you need to know the cons, because the pros allow you to realize what's good to keep doing rather than what's necessary to scrap, if that makes any sense. So I would definitely ask for pros and cons too. And I can definitely understand that this movie is not going to be ultimate. It could be successful, who knows? But the point is that it's coming tomorrow at around 12ish, noonish, and I have to remember, you know, because YouTube's upload system. To be honest with you, the recent updates in YouTube have just left me so unsatisfied on a massive scale, and the upload example is part of that. And what I mean by the upload example, you upload a video, it could just be 6 minutes, and I could see at the bottom it's going to take 40 minutes to upload. And I don't remember it always being like that. So this fan film being, by the way, I can give you the answer as to how long it is because I just compiled it into one big thing, as I do every single time before I make a fan film or upload a fan film. That thing would have to be that it is... it's going to be 19 minutes long. Exactly 19 minutes on the dot. I think it said 19 minutes in 1 second, but if there's anything I remember when it comes to YouTube is that when you upload a video that's 1 second over a minute, it always sums up the video as the exact 19 minutes or 18 minutes. But it's 19 minutes, and, I'm going to be advertising it on Instagram here when it comes out, of course, and hopefully, my milestone is to get at least over 70 comments. We did that. We've been doing that really for every single fan film since 2019. I don't see any reason why we should stop. And Godzilla Unstable, I really think Godzilla Unstable, I do think overall was better than Godzilla the New Leader. But I say that because it was a success. You look back on it, it had like 9, and again, you can't determine the amount of comments, meaning that it was a success. But the comments specifically, I remember, were being very being in favor of the movie, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it was a success. So either way, the point is that the movie's coming out tomorrow at 12. I really hope you guys enjoy until after the first season was out, and then I of course watched the updates as they the episodes as they updated for season 2. But either way, guys, stay tuned for the movie coming around tomorrow at 12 or 1. Sorry for the stream ending early, but this is kind of what usually happens with streams that are don't do so well. But that's okay. I'm not angry about it or anything. But thank you all for at least those who came. Get ready for the movie tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later, and bye-bye.